Radiant team pick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Korean Dota League Tier 1 action. Zephyr Dota versus Birdgang, formerly StarTale, best of 3. The NSL Season 1 champions against the NSL Season 3 champions. I'm LD of Beyond the Summit. I have Bulba joining me once again, but we've got another special guest, one of Sam's good friends. His name is Jimmy Demon Ho.
10 seconds.
It's a TriCast. Jimmy, how you doing?
I'm good, dude. I'm just a little tired.
5
Hungover still last night and all, but all in all, dude, I'm ready to watch some Korean Dota.
You're hungover at 11 p.m.
Yeah, dude, I'm still hungover, man. I don't know. It's lack of sleep and stuff, too, so I don't know.
Hopefully some sponsors and potential teams to recruit you are not listening right now. Hearing about your hard work.
I don't care,
dedication.
man. Shout out to Red Bull, man, for keeping me up. Sorry, I don't mean to cuss, but like keeping me up all night and stuff. So I mean, big shout out to them.
All right, I'm gonna let you finish, but first, Sam, thanks for joining once again as well.
Yeah,
How you doing, buddy?
I'm pretty good. I'm not hungover.
Do you think we made a mistake bringing Jimmy in? I'm already having second thoughts.
I mean, it's an experience, you know. Every time in life you got to go through an experience. This is yours.
So right now we're seeing the man with the biggest back in Korea potentially, Corey Dota. I feel like it's so appropriate that on their team promo photo he's got his back turned everyone because he's carrying the crap out of this team, or he has been lately anyway. So exciting match. Demon, you went to Korea obviously and played there for a while. You didn't play there when Zephyr was competing, but I mean, coming into this match, do you have a clear favorite? You're a little more familiar with the scene than most over there.
I mean, like, I think Zephyr Dota really relies on Corey, like what you just mentioned. Like, Corey has a lot to carry on his back. I mean, like, you have Purge, and, like, I don't know, I'm not trying to really do any shots fired or anything, but, like, Corey does a lot, and he contributes a lot to the team, and for their success, I mean, you could look at NSL as well. Like, he played a huge role. He plays his role, like, phenomenally, and going up against Birdgang, like, I don't know, they're undoubtedly like the best team in Korea, I would say at the moment still. So I mean, we'll see what happens.
Looks like
don't forget there's a little drama between this game too. Some Febby versus Blitz action.
Oh, you're right. I was actually thinking about that. I meant to tweet about it, but it slipped my mind. There's a little tension there, I guess. But with that being said, we can talk about that more later, guys. The draft is well underway. And Korean Dota, like you mentioned, Sam, they really like the Slark ban. He gets banned out in the first stage. It was a first pick Nyx, increasingly popular as an offlaner. Zephyr loves to run him. Bambo had some great Nyx plays yesterday as they secured the NSL Season 3 championship. The reply from Birdgang, Veno, Bristle, then they go Leshrac Pugna, so this is some heavy five-man pushing Dota coming Zephyr's way.
Some cheesy too, you can say, I guess.
How do you round this draft out? What do you think that final hero should be?
Bulba?
Looks like that's a safe lane Pugna or a mid Pugna, I'm not sure. It's an off lane Bristle, possibly. So something for mid.
You think like Death Prophet would work here?
I think that's overkill on the push. I
Okay.
feel you need something that can initiate and team fight as well.
Like
I guess
DK?
DK is good. Yeah, DK is probably pretty good. DK is a good hero over Snakes, I think. So
I mean, definitely, it's gonna be a mid hero.
I think Zephyr might take the Storm. No, the Storm is banned actually.
Yeah, that respect ban, but not in the first phase, in the second. So
They're gonna definitely need some counter pushing or AoE because they have mainly single target heroes / ganking lineup right now. I'm not sure how successful that's gonna be if they just start 5-manning.
Yeah, and they're not like a great split push lineup either. Lifestealer, Nyx, Shadow Demon, they're not gonna be able to rat their way to victory with these heroes.
I'm just curious whether Pugna's gonna be middle or in the tri lane. What do you think, Baba?
I think it depends. I don't think Pugna mid is that strong.
Yeah, I think he's stronger safe lane as well.
Yeah, the problem is that safe lane Pugna is also kind of some. You need to be able to make some action early game with the Pugna.
Like the way I look at it, safe lane you can get the double wave, just do a single pull, and then you can push with it. Whereas mid, it's a lot harder to get a big wave to take an early tower. I mean, sure you can siege it with Nether Blast, but then you're pretty vulnerable to getting ganked as well.
I don't know. Right now, I like Zephyr's hero still. Yeah, the puck is a really good hero here. It's gonna let the Nyx. There's gonna be a Nyx bomb. I think every time there's a Nyx in this patch, you need some hero that can help him bomb, like a puck or a Batrider or a Storm. Even a Furion isn't that bad. So I think I like the puck. I like the puck Nyx here.
10 seconds.
The Korean fans want to see that Bambo Nyx. They're excited. Some fan signs from the crowd, but yeah, Birdgang, one more band to go. Zephyr probably looking just for a support for. I guess they've got the Purge Shadow Demon, so probably Aosin support. I mean, it could be a support Nyx, but we've seen a lot of Bambo Nyx lately, so I guess either one is possible.
Yeah, I'm still interested in what to see Birdgang's heroes because honestly, Dragon Knight just seems like the best hero right now.
Yeah,
It's a really good hero versus Puck. I think Dragon Knight's like a complete counter to Puck, and it's decent versus the it's a BKB core. So BKB cores are always good versus Nyx Assassin.
Another tank
As well
that
as-
they'll be needing too, not just so they don't rely necessarily on Bristol. And
Another thing about
stun.
Pugna, yeah, like what Demon's saying, Pugna is a really good hero. If you can have some tanks as well in the and it's a DK. So
Yeah, this is a really strong 5-man lineup, and also quite good against Puck. You mentioned Dragon Knight's good against Lifestealer, but the instant stun for Puck very strong as well. So Zephyr, not that much counter push. They do get a little bit of split push with the Prophet, but it's gonna be hard for them to avoid. I don't feel like they can split push fast enough to avoid these confrontations. So they're gonna have to fight this 5-man.
by the way, LD, I remember when the Chinese games were going on. Like I remember the cast especially. Like I felt this Pugna DK combo just it won every game in Chinese Dota. Like.
I was like hyping that so hard for 2 months, but teams just stopped using it for a little while, and then it came roaring back. So
Yeah, I think like especially VG, they ran this combo the best. I think.
yeah, Vici they were super reliant on the early roaming from FY and Fenrir, along with the early pushing, and it seemed like teams started to figure out towards the end of the version, but still, I mean, they won EMS. They had some great runs at other events as well, so it's obviously very strong.
My Dota crashed, but I'll be right back.
All right. Well, good opportunity to introduce the teams before we get too far along. So it is going to be Birdgang, formerly Startail, your Season 1 champs for the NSL, up against Zephyr Dota. And on the Radiant side for Birdgang, we have MP, who played that fantastic Invoker in the Season 1 finals on the Dragon Knight, JYU on the Bristleback. We've got Tenbird of NA Dota fame on the Leshrac, Sky playing the Veno, and that does leave Febby, someone who Blitz has had some beef with in the past, on the Pugna. And on the Dire side, we've got Team Zephyr, the win from the West. Aosin going to be playing the Nyx Assassin, Purge, the Shadow Demon, and we'll be at the Bambo Prophet. Sometimes sexy, sometimes painful. We'll see which one it's going to be this game. Blitz on the solo mid, Puck, not his signature Storm, which got banned. And last but not least, it's the guy with the broad shoulders, Corey, your safe lane Lifestealer.
Yeah. Again, this I feel like for the Puck this game, this is actually one of the hardest lineups I feel for Puck to play versus. Like I think Pugna is actually a really good hero versus Puck, and as well as the Dragon Knight. So I think it's just gonna have a hard game, especially in this game.
On the lane, during the laning phase, it's generally fine. Puck generally like owns the lane, but like after he gets level 3 in his bottle, spamming, it's just like Puck can't really stand in the lane all that well. I mean, they're just farming against each other, but I think DK benefits so much more out of it than the Puck.
Yeah, and it's, you run Puck mid. He's not like a TA where you just want to crush the lane, but generally he at least holds his own. And, DK, not the strongest laner, but with the high armor, Puck having an okay attack, but it's a bit of a pea shooter compared to like a Quap or a TA, a Viper. You can't really keep him out of lane.
I mean, yeah, in this matchup, DK will lose till level 6. I think at level 6, he just crushes Puck lane. So, both teams, I guess both teams are just going for the safe lane route. In Korean Dota, actually, I've seen a lot of the teams go for the aggressive tri lane. Like, at least one team went aggressive. I think last night, all 3 games, a team went aggressive tri lane. So, just something to note. I guess these teams are confident in their safe lane play.
Oops, sorry about the camera there, guys. I was alt-tabbing for a second, but yeah, mid lane looks to be pretty even so far. The DK actually out-farming the Puck, and Sam, you mentioned you should win these early levels, but if you don't, it's going to be a very difficult lane from there on out.
But Blitz actually went an interesting item build. He got pool 2 regen, but he didn't rush the null talisman.
Yeah, he just got the mantle.
Yeah. So, I guess, yeah, I think in this matchup you should rush the null if you get pool 2 on Puck over not getting it.
I was looking at Bambo's build too. That's kind of interesting how he decided to start off with the Blades of Attacks first instead of Boots of Speed. So I haven't seen that one in a while. I mean, generally, Boots is just safer. It's just.
I guess looking at their tri lane, they have 1 stun, so he should be able to TP out in most situations.
But he's gonna Invisor. Pretty good.
Yeah, he'll steal the Invis from bottom and waste the support's time a bit. Do you guys give an edge to either team here? Both teams going defensive, mostly pulling and stacking. Both offlaners getting a decent amount of experience so far. Who do you think this favorites?
For the drafts alone, I think it's relatively even. I think for the most part, it's whoever does better during their early and mid game phase. And that's gonna really be the decider, like, and how well Birdgang decides to start 5-manning. And if they do it correctly, then I think they're gonna have an edge because they're gonna have a huge tower advantage over Zephyr.
I think the problem I see here is I think what Tenbird or what Birdgang is doing, it's hard to push on the Prophet this early, regardless of what heroes you have. You can have a Pugna Leshrac +1.
They're gonna
and
smoke
it's still
now.
hard. Yeah, I think what the better play for them is what they're doing now. If they should just let the Pugna solo push the lane and just keep pulling, and try and kill the Furon or get a gank mid.
They're-
They're going to be going for the gank bottom. I don't think they can kill this puck.
They're gonna wrap around on the Prophet bottom. Bambo, no mana to TP, is just about to get it. They need to hold the stun a bit here, or you might just be able to TP out. They'll go in first with a Gale, and in comes the Pugna. Now backing out as Bambo scatters to the left. They Gale him, he's got to wait up the stun, but meanwhile top lane, it was a first blood on the Bristle. Bambo still standing strong. Everyone's taking the tower here. In fact, Bambo's turning it around 1v3. Might get a kill. Tenbird's gonna fall. And they lost their offlane Bristle in the midst of it. Well, he didn't even have to use the TP. He didn't even lose health to that 3-hero gank.
I'm gonna actually have to point out, like, I don't know, like, I'm gonna take credit for that juke. I top Bambo that juke right there. You eat one tree and you can do a little loop around there, but I don't know, I just had to bring it out there.
Well,
I think
modest
that was-
as always, Jimmy.
I think that was a mistake from a Pugna as well. I think this build he went, he should get level 1 in Decrep. I don't know why he has 2 in Ward.
Oh, you're right. That's very
Yeah,
unusual.
it's very bad. He should have got Decrep so they can actually go in and get the spells off, but he went 2 in Ward, which I don't think you need this early.
And it's also
Especially
just a good setup spell for like a split earth, because otherwise, I mean, you have Gale, but sometimes people do with that one. So
I mean, this is a hard lane to kill their Piran, like you said. It's easy for him to get out. They only have 1 stun.
And it's about to get easier. He's not too far off of his boots. Already level 5 against the tri-lane at 4.5 minutes. This
Wow.
is hard now. They need this Puck and Lifestealer combo to do a lot of work in the mid game.
Yeah, and they once he gets his phase boost, which he has in the courier, I don't think they can actually kill him at all. It's gonna be so hard because I don't think this left without boots he can actually get up close to get a stun unless he gets like out of vision or something.
Yeah, he did seem a little poor, but you're right. The phase boot's coming on the courier now, and good luck even catching him. They have no boots on the Shrek. They have no really long range setup. Maybe a Gale, but he might just be able to phase and run away from that.
Corey's also opting for a Midas build as well in the mix.
So what do you think about Zephyr's mid game at this point? Blitz 23 and 4, getting a bit outfarmed by the DK. The lane's gonna get harder as soon as he hits 6. Nyx only level 3, so not really in a position to set up ganks. What are they gonna do here? Well, they're gonna go in mid. They find MP with the coil. Can they juke the stun? He does. So Aosin way off the mark on that one. I think he might live. Blitz right in the orb brings him low. The stick charge is cooling down. Can he live? He's still alive. He runs back in, gets the stun off. He's got the ult form. Stick charges in just a second, but Bambo arrives, turns it around, and now Zephyr on the hunt. They'll find Tenbird here. It'll be a 5-0 lead for Zephyr in the end. And Bambo with the big plays.
What a disaster!
Wow.
Everything's going wrong for Birdgang, and the problem with their lineup is like their lineup depends a lot on them executing the early game really well. They need to get this levels up on their heroes, and they need to push with their heroes, or else they're gonna lose late game to the Furon, Nakes, and Puck.
And the most farmed here right now is the Dragon Knight. Pugna already rotating off the lane. They ran a safe tri-lane, and the tower's still at 800 HP. Normally at this point, if it's like Vici running this lineup, they've probably killed the offlane once and taken at least the tier 1, but they haven't even brought it down to half yet.
I gotta say, like, Birdgang does really need to make something happen. I mean, they're 0-5, they're feeding more than enough kills right now, and the thing about Zephyr's lineup, it's like, their lineup is really hard to kill. I mean, you have a Puck that's mid that's able to escape from Illusionary Orb and Phase Shift, and you have a Lifestealer that's also gonna be hard because of a Rage, and they don't have enough disables for aside from, they're gonna need DK to stun, and then to follow up with the Leshrac, and that kind of coordination, if they're gonna leave their lane, like, Zephyr's just immediately gonna counter gank it, so, I mean, at this point, I don't know, they need a 5-man or something and get a tower down.
Here comes Bambo, another kill. Aosin joins him with a stun, and Bambo is just going to go for Tenbird here. If he doesn't hit the stun, this is an easy kill. Jukes it, and Tenbird is pretty much dead at this point. Can Bambo run him down? Actually walks into another blast. He's going to go down. The big feeds. The turnaround comes. Febby snags the double.
Did you teach Bambo that as well?
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever, Bambo. I don't know why you gotta throw me.
Sorry. It just felt like it was there.
Don't you have to take credit for the good and the bad, Jimmy? You can't just cherry pick.
No, I just take the good. Nah, I didn't know. Whatever. Okay, well, I'll take that. Whatever, dude.
That looked.
Come on,
it did look like they were gonna kill the Leshrac, but they did not count on Pugna coming around the tree line there.
That was good play and positioning there by Febby. There at the right time.
Yeah, and a little bit cocky from Zephyr as well. We'll see. I guess at this point for Zephyr, looking for the level 6 on Aeson, the blink on the the puck, and then they can start to set up some more kills around the map. But so far, where's the push? No towers down. 8 minutes in. Pugna, DK, and Leshrac. I mean, even Veno a strong pusher, so just not getting the job done so far.
And DK form is still down, so I don't know when. Actually, I didn't even see him use it the last time around. He probably got ganked.
Yeah, he got ganked by the puck +1 and did end up going down at the tail end. It was Purge on the Shadow Demon who came in as well.
Wow, Purge.
He had some good disruptions yesterday, Jimmy. I don't know if you caught those.
I watched all the VODs from the NSL finals. He played well.
Do you follow the Korean scene closely since you came back?
I do, because I'm just...
There's
there's an initiation on top right now.
Oh boy. This is the Warcraft 3 round. I'll try and TP out, but Aeoson's there.
Wow.
Stun, easy kill. And they're just
Corey's
cruising.
gonna ham this game. I'm not gonna lie. He's so much farm. He's had so much farm.
They're trying to take tier 1 bottom right now, but I mean the Treants, maxed out Treants, like Edict is pretty useless at the moment. It's unfortunate.
They are chipping away with the Pugna Blast, but even if this tower falls, Zvambo's held it plenty long enough, and here comes the TP. It's Blitz who arrives. He's got an ult. He coils, but somehow missing 10 Bird won't matter. Blows him up anyway. 2 will fall. The Prophet ult doing a lot of damage. They might get Sky here as well. There's an orb in 4 seconds. He drops a ward of his own. Is it enough? It's not. He'll fall. Now it's the Dragonite going in, but doesn't have much backup here. Could end up getting turned around on. He's got a DD, though. This could be enough. He burns down one. Can MB find another kill? Has the magic stick. Diving. Needs a stun. Not going to find it. And Bambo troll TPing as well.
He can kill that tower if he just runs at it right now.
That was a small misplay by Purge. I don't know why he decided to disrupt himself. He probably could have just disrupted DK and ran off, but...
Yeah, maybe he double tapped it or something.
Yeah, that's... a lot of pro players actually happen to do that. I actually have mine off. I don't use that. Bulba does. Bulba has it on.
Yeah. I mean, I think he just purposely did it on himself. I don't think he meant to double tap that. Well, I'm not saying it's
shots, man.
It's not shots, sorry. I'm saying it's. I think most people would.
Wow, Aeson with the big plays. Denies the tower, gets 4. He does get to Crep, but can they really dive for that? Nope, not going to happen. Febby dropping a rather early Nether Ward as well, and Bambo's just duking it out while the life drain comes through. Nether Ward down already. That was not the best Nether Ward.
And here comes the 5-man, and Corey's actually pressuring top. He does have a TP, though.
Oh
And they're
boy.
ready.
If they overextend against this lifestealer, it's going to be bad news.
They don't have DK for him yet, though. That's the problem. They have to wait 20
Birdgang
seconds.
does have the positioning on right now. Puck has his coil up.
They're going to go in. They start with the Purge from Purge. How appropriate. Now Corey on the follow-up. Jumps on MP. Gets defensively decrepified, but that's going to leave Blitz open to coil on through. Orbing through as well. He's already brought down the DK. The Bristle should be next in line. Corey wants the kill. It'll go to Blitz, though. A 2-0. And Bambo looking for more. He's going to TP on 2. Is there a Leshrac stun? They just try to run. That's 10 Bird down as well. Bambo's going to clean up another, I think. 10 Bird, nowhere to run. No TP. He's going to fall. Easy
Blitz.
double kill. Is he the waifu or is he the husbando? I always get that mixed up. But
Call him gay. Gamers.
Okay.
What?
you're not even trying. That was clever. That was just bad.
Husbando wafu, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know, but what's really unfortunate is just like Birdgang's really like under-farmed right now, and like they're trying to 5-man. I think they have the right idea, but the fact that they have such a bad early game, they're insanely under-farmed, and it's just like they have no items, they have no tank, they have no survivability, they have nothing. I don't think they even finished the mech on Pugna. He's actually going rushing Aghanims. And these 5-mans, it's just like, you know, you initiate with the Prophet's ultimate, Puck goes in, coils, and there's really not much they can do. They're going to be low enough, so Lifestealer comes in and cleans up. And that's exactly what happened in the last fight.
Might even be a BKB rush on the Pugna, but whatever he goes for, it's not a mech, and it's not helping them push.
I also think MP is making the wrong item choice. I think he needs a BKB. It's over the Lotars this game. I think you can get the Lotars after the BKB, but I think rushing BKB is the better item on Dragon Knight this game.
It almost seems like they just made a decision like we can't actually 5-man push anymore, and we should just try and transition into more of a farm game. But that's playing Zephyr's game,
Zephyr is the one with the late game, definitely.
and especially at the Blink Online now for Blitz level 11. This is just so many food heroes. Even the Pugna's a pretty easy kill for this Puck. 3 heroes that are just food.
Blitz is playing really well this game though. He has a hard lineup to players, but he's 4-0-5.
Radiant's
So-
top tower is
Yeah,
under
didn't see us the best in lane, but since then he's been on point with his rotation.
I really think Blitz is really developing to be one of the better solo mids in Korea at the moment.
structures are fortified.
And here comes the Nether Ward bottom lane, and out comes the Nether Blast as well. Birdgang gonna go for a trade here, a tier 2 for a tier 1, but there will be a TP reaction. It's in deny range, it's got 1 HP, how unfortunate! Oh, that's painful. And now, not even denied, just ignored while Febby goes for the life train. That ain't gonna work. Blitz on the run, juking. He will go down to the Quills, but that's gonna cost him at least 2, maybe 3. It will be a 2 for 1. 1 HP tower. Everybody's forgotten about it, and they're just storming down the bottom lane.
Oh, that is insanely unfortunate. Literally 1
That's
HP.
I'd be so sad right now if I was that Pugna. Oh my goodness.
Yep. I don't know, just this kind of cheese push strat is just not. You can't. The way you beat these kind of cheese push strats is you just dismantle them before they can actually assemble. And Zephyr did the perfect job of that.
It did seem like Birdgang's execution of the push strat was also pretty lacking. Like the tower dive bottom, not having a point in Decrepify, just getting completely juked and outplayed by Bambo, 1v3. Also giving up first blood on the offlane Bristleback. Didn't see how it happened, but that doesn't help either. So Zephyr playing well and Birdgang making some mistakes too.
No, the first one was just SD setup disrupt with Nake's follow up. Then Nyx just came, he killed him, and then he bought a TP, teleported bottom with 0 mana. But that was when they decided to dive on the tier 1.
Yeah, and Corey's, as you mentioned, is very fat now. 95 CS in 50 minutes, and he's joining fights too. Here comes Bambo from the trees. He starts with the TP, follows up with the Sprout, and out straight onto MP. Impale's going to connect and instantly falls. Now the coil on 2, trying to cover the path of retreat. Bullish Track, Nuke's doing decent damage. Are they going to follow up on this orb? They are diving into another ward, but Bambo cleans it up. Aeson looking for a stun. Does manage to connect. Brains JYU low. Now the Infest pop out. Not enough. They might have overextended here. Bambo on the run. MP bringing him down. He's got the ult soon. That means another stun potentially. Is there a disrupt? Need to disrupt soon or you're going to get stunned. Where's the stun? The blink! The silence! The plays from Blitz catches everyone. This is going to be a massive turnaround. Bambo with the buyback. Down goes the Bristle. Tenber does manage to clip Corey. Can he bring him down? They will life train him into submission. Now Aeson on the run. Game of throws. Back and forth they go. Everybody diving. Blitz is going deep as well, but will not be able to finish anyone off. And it looks like that should be, at long last, the end of the engagement. No! No, it's not! Blitz goes back in!
Dire's
Yeah.
is under attack.
He just got zapped. He got zapped there. Well, who came out on top there, guys?
I think Zephyr definitely came out on top. Even though they died a bunch, it's they're just putting so much pressure right now on Birdgang's team. It's like they're just like constantly. Birdgang wants to assemble and push towers, but when they just keep dying on their side of the map, they're not really doing it. So I think Zephyr's still winning by quite a bit.
Yeah, and Birdgang are getting like those mid-game items, I guess. Febby working towards either the Ags or the BKB. They have a mech soon on JYU, but how much is a mech really going to do when the enemy lifesteal almost has Basher and Prophet halfway to Shadowblade and then some?
I still think it's a pretty good item. They need it because, I mean, they have Puck that initiates, and, you know, when mech is going to really help them. Mech's going to help them out a lot. I don't know. It's good. Good item.
Better late than never, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
But Puck had a really good can initiate here.
Yeah,
It's just, yeah, Birdgang's positioning is pretty. It's not as great because Puck's able to get like 3 to 4 man silences and like 4-man coils like constantly. So I mean, their positioning is pretty off at the moment. I think like if they're able to position themselves more correctly and Pugna having good positioning on his nether ward, like they can seriously still turn a fight around. And that's a free Roshan for Zephyr.
I'd give it a higher chance, but I still think
Oops.
this DK should have went BKB.
Oh, that's a reaction. That's
It is hard to have good positioning though against the puck with Blake, especially when I mean they have the Venom wards, the scout, but still Blitz can come from nowhere. Bambo was also very cute in that fight. He TP'd into the trees and then sprouted someone from the trees, so Birdgang never saw that one coming, and from that point on they were just constantly on the run. So some guerrilla warfare, you might say, from Bambo. And he's got a Shadow Blade now too. And at this point, just some aggressive wards, and Birdgang just aren't going to be able to farm their woods at all anymore.
Especially with this Infest into Furion TP anywhere on the map, that's going to be a huge problem.
Yeah.
It's really hard
What's a
for
Lesh
Birdgang
with
to split
800
up.
health going to do?
Yeah, it's going to be hard for Birdgang to split up and farm different lanes.
Oh
They
boy.
might actually try and find Bambo here.
Do they have detection? They do have a sentry. Bambo walks right into MP. Oh my goodness. Well, Bambo down. Did you teach him that one as well?
Oh my god, man! Just come on, LDs. No more shots, man.
Let's be honest here.
No,
Bambo's like the brown version of Deem.
Okay, man. I don't know why you guys are firing shots left and right.
It's not
man.
firing. It's like
No,
I
this-
like your big hope. I like your what was it? Go home or something?
Go big or go home, dude.
Yeah, go big or go home.
Whatever, dude. High risk, high reward. You mean?
I mean, well, I'm teasing Bambo a bit, but he has played a really good game. Getting a kill against a tri-lane like that, and also just almost getting 2 kills in the process, and defending the tower for 9 minutes, very impressive against the Pugna Lesh +1 tri-lane.
I just wanted to point out. I think Purge is playing really amazing right now too.
5, 2, and 5. He's
Yeah.
done a lot.
His contributions, flawless, disruption, except for the one on tier 1 bottom. But other than that, like, he's...
Oh,
He has
boy.
a low-
Oh, Nyx is inside puck right now too.
Yeah, there's an Infest Bomb, and
initiation.
Purge is going to go in for the bait, but there's a Shadow Blade. He runs right into MP. Where's Blitz when he
Wow.
needs him? There he is. Now the Ghost Scepter on Sky, or rather the Decrep keeping him alive. The turnaround comes, though, from Zephyr. They've gotten 3. Make it 4. Purge, the sacrificial lamb, it seemed, but in the end is actually going to survive the fight, amazingly enough.
Once again, like I said about positioning, Blitz was able to get a 3-man coil, silence, and illusionary orb, and then a follow-up from Nature's Prophet, and just instantly get team wiped there.
That was a really good bait. Like, they're like, oh, free Shadow Demon kill. Oh, wait. Blink, silence, coil on 2, and instantly that's 2 easy kills for Zephyr.
Should know better, the waifu and husbando, it's not gonna leave each other.
Yeah. But Blitz would never leave Purge shining like that, that's for sure. The power of friendship as Zephyr pushes in the middle lane. It's only game 1 of a best of 3, but boy oh boy is it going to be a steep ascent for Birdgang if they want to get back into it. I mean, honestly, chance of winning, very slim at this point.
Say they got a 1% chance, Birdgang, right now.
Maybe they are the 1%, you never know. I like that little chuckle from you. Glad I can make you laugh. Very
He actually-
enthusiastic.
I haven't seen this build in a while, actually. A Shadow Blade on Dragonite. Normally it's just I've seen like the rushing BKB to AC or even Lifesteal, but Shadow Blade I haven't seen that in a
I don't know if
while.
he's that good this game. It's like they're 5-manning and he's going Shadow Blade. I think he needs the BKB.
I think he just decided to transition into, he tried transitioning to a gank style DK because they needed to get some sort of pick off. So that's just my assumption.
Yeah, but it's like I think they need some. I don't know. Every fight he's just getting melted by all the magic damage. That's the problem.
BKB wouldn't do much though. I mean, the fact that they have Lifesteal or Bash lockdown, then Treants, I don't know.
I mean, this Dragon Knight, the Shadow Demon, Soul Catcher's doing a lot of work on the DK as well. The fights.
Yeah, and even on Bristleback it's really good too. So
Yeah.
it's hard times for these tanky heroes.
I actually just wanted to point out that bottom tower, 1 HP still. Just throwing that out there. Anyone?
Still alive.
Radiant, Ben Award.
Please. It's the ultimate bait from Zephyr. We
No,
we
it-
could see like the DK just Shadow Blade go on a secret mission there, but not
Venom
happening.
can just suicide, just run and place 1 Ben Award.
Here comes the Prophet, TPing back to base, but Bambo's packing a payload. And BG, oh this could easily be 2 dead heroes bottom. Oh boy, this doesn't look good. They are gonna need to back soon. Here comes the backstab for Bambo, straight onto 2. Say hello to Corey. Say hello to my big angry friend. Sky's gonna fall. Zephyr bring down 2, and now it's MP caught in the middle of the chaos. Not where he wants to be either. decrepified for the moment, standing strong for the time being, but Corey gets the bash. First hit, now a 2-hero impale, and yeah.
Wow.
This is not good. This is not good. The quills are doing some decent damage, isn't it enough? Not quite. That was a lot of quill damage, though.
Only had a Vanguard.
Bottom tower is under
If he had a
attack.
Vanguard, he would have team wiped them all.
Yeah, would have gotten like at least 2 or 3 kills there.
Pung decided to opt for a BKB now too.
Yeah.
Team use the last fight.
It's just very weird to see like Pugna rushing a BKB and then Dragon Knight going Shadowblade.
Radiant's
They
bottom
just seem to
tower
be at
has
cross
fallen.
purposes with each other.
I don't know how they're gonna stop this snakes. They have no way to stun at him all when he's raged up. Like the only way they can really stop him is if the Venom gets a Gale off before he gets a rage off.
Or massive
That's-
Ghost Scepters and then have Pugna for Decrepify as well to like kite him around if anything.
But then this Puck and Nature's Prophet
Yeah.
are just gonna destroy them. So
And a Nyx top of that.
yeah, who? I mean, if he wanted to, could maybe go for a Dagon next, but we'll see. Already the blink out, and at this point, Zephyr just have total map control. Aggressive wards everywhere. Birdgang, they have some okay vision considering their lack of towers, but until they completely deward their woods, it's not like they can go farming anyway.
And the gold difference right now, just checked, it's about 15,000 gold lead and 12,000 in terms of EXP lead for Zephyr.
That's a lot. And Zephyr already having, like you guys mentioned, the much stronger late game lineup. So in this situation, you want to have that lead for your team, not be down by that amount. I mean, they
This
do
last
have a
track-
decent late game on Birdgang, but they're just so poor.
Yeah, this Leshrac is just not proving to be like he's just getting bursted every fight. I feel this hero is so situational as well. I don't think this was a good lineup to pick Leshrac versus. I know they wanted him for the push, but I don't think you can just pick the hero like that.
Yeah, he's really food for Puck and Nyx especially, or Lifestealer especially, and Nyx for that matter. Just doesn't offer you reliable disable, very squishy, needs a lot of farm compared to other supports.
Looks like MP might be in trouble.
There's an impale and it happens to catch two as Febby waddles right into it. But they're not going to commit just yet. In fact, they'll make a headlong retreat. And they force out everybody on Birdgang, which means Bambo, he can farm the enemy jungle and push in all the lanes.
They
Bambo's
actually used
really
the
fun.
smoke and they missed the smoke out on Febby. I don't think that was intentional. They tried to get him too, but it was a bit far.
Well, he's just going to wander bottom instead, but... I mean, just look at the Zephyr vision right now. This is insane.
They're going on Bamboo, guys.
Can they get him? He's going to TP out. He didn't use the Shadow Blade first, and it's going to cost him. He gets clipped by a stun. The follow-up's there.
Bamboo!
Needed the Shadow Blade first there before they saw him, but not Bambo's day in that respect.
Oh god. You know what we're in for in LD.
What's up?
You knew what we're in
Radiant's top
for.
tower is under
So
attack.
with this demon.
Well, that's what I asked Sam. I'm like, do we want to bring Jimmy into the cast?
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. That was.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is
You've
under
had your
attack.
moments, Jimmy, as you usually do.
I try my best, man. I'm under the influence right now, guys. I'm just...
Really? Really, Jimmy?
Under the influence of Red Bull. Jesus.
I'm kidding, guys.
You're so not kidding.
I'm not kidding. I am kidding.
When you
No.
can't make up your story, you're probably not kidding.
The Lifestealer almost has his Abyssal now, guys. Let's change the subject here.
Yeah, and it's not like he rushed it either. He went for a lot of other utility items along the way. At this
You know what's
point,
cool?
he can solo probably almost any hero during Rage. I mean, even
Yeah.
these tanks are just... I don't think they're nearly tanky enough.
I mean, right now I think Zephyr should just group up. I don't understand why they are actually like split pushing as much as they are and trying to get as
Right.
much farm as they can. They can just run and charge in at them because, but with the amount of farm Birdgang actually has, like there's not much they can really do about it. And Zephyr, I mean Corey can just charge in, and there's with Puck following up. So I don't know.
Maybe
Or
just waiting to push in the lanes and go for Roche. Looks like they're... Oh, well, they're not going for Roche. They're going back to their woods, so...
I mean, I guess their mentality is just they have nothing to lose to delay this game as long as possible.
Well, the
Yeah,
Season
that's
3 champs looking good against the Season 1 champs so far. There's your Abyssal Blade for Corey. It's going to be real hard to take down this Lifestealer. Like,
Cheap
where's
six
the
doesn't-
damage for Birdgang at this point? They have It's like the bristle seems to be most of the damage at this point, if he
The
lives.
Venno,
and the
honestly, as
Venno.
well.
But that just takes so long, whereas Corey just kills 1, 2, maybe 3 heroes during a single rage.
Boba, I got a question. Does Quakeflow max out Sprout as well on Nature's Prophet?
He goes stats.
I think because okay then Bambo is like one of the very few players that actually the only player that I actually see max out Sprout.
I mean, if you look at it this game, Birdgang have 0 force staves, no way to clear trees, so...
No,
or
but
low
in
track
general,
stun,
it's
I
just
guess.
the stats is just I think much more beneficial with the low HP Nature's
Right.
Prophet generally already has. It's just I don't know.
To be fair, Bambo probably would have died all those times he got caught anyway, but maybe in the upcoming fights it'll be the difference. We'll have to wait.
fired.
He's making a lot of space though. So
Yeah, it's like the trials and tribulations of an aggressive split pushing Prophet. You're gonna have those deaths, but he's still a vacuum cleaner. He's still got 13k net worth, sucking up all the farm and denying it to Birdgang here as well. So
But it
they'll go
looks
for
like,
another smoke.
Yeah, Corey came into Bambo uninfested. And they're gonna try and get an infested gang somewhere.
Oh, they're looks like they're baiting it. This time Bambo's got backup. Little does MP
God.
know. Oh, an easy kill. Easy kill. Not so easy anymore. Say hello to Corey. Pops out. Unwinds on the MP. Brings him down. Gets the bash. Straight onto Tenbird. But there's the decrep. And he will TP out. Oh, that was real cute from
How does
Zephyr.
that happen?
It was unfortunate.
See, that's like next level using Bambo strengths to your advantage, right? He's so like he has those Bambo moments, so it's like, oh yeah, another free Bambo kill. Not. He's got Corey this time.
Well, they should still get that bottom tower though. It's pretty.
Yeah, Zephyr taking the bottom tower and now gonna push in towards the base. They still have the puck ultimate. Corey's Abyssal Blade cooling down at 20 seconds. And Birdgang, no DK. Does he have the buyback? No buyback available for 10 seconds. There is a glyph. But Zephyr are going hard here. And how do you go in on this? Like, there's just no good initiation without DK.
True dat. He really needs his BKB though. Like honestly, there's so many disables for them.
Yeah, and even Blitz can just lock anybody down. There's your blink, stun onto, caught the DK invis. MP didn't see that either. Corey jumping in, jumps the Abyssal Blade, and tries to focus the Bristleback. There are Decrepifies in this fight, but the Quills are doing good work here. They actually catch Bambo. They brought down the Aegis. Bambo's not dead
Great
just
disruption
yet.
by Whoa,
Great
my
defensive
God,
disruption.
Purge.
Still goes down. In the end, JYU is low. Is he going to fall here? Oh no, they're all on the run. They've already lost the Prophet. They've lost the Aegis. They lose Purge as well.
Corey's
It's
gonna
3
fall.
dead, and the Aegis, and Corey, the throws, 4 dead with a buyback, and the Aegis down as well. So in a sense, it's 5. They didn't get Rex. They didn't break the base. This could be bad. Is there a TP out available? They get the vision, and now Bambo's gonna fall as well. Blitz jumps in, cleans up one, barely escaping with his own life. That was almost 7 deaths. They lost the Aegis. They lost the Prophet twice. Bought back, died again, and they almost lost the puck there as well.
Holy shit.
I mean, is this the beginning of a throw? That was a pretty bad push.
I got a point. Pugna did buy out there though. Pugna
Okay.
did buy out.
Yeah. DK did die as well.
No, Pugna didn't buy out. It was Prophet.
Was it? No, it was.
Wait, no,
no,
Pugna
someone.
didn't buy out.
Did he
Pugna
not?
didn't buy
That was
out.
Prophet. Bambo bought out and died again.
Bambo died, bought out, and then died again.
Okay, sorry. Hallucinating or something. I don't know.
Man,
So I don't even know if Pugna.
He did buy out, man. Can we
Let's-
ask him in all chat?
no, please do not.
I'm kidding.
Jimmy, please.
I'm kidding, LD.
Please, mercy. That's
I'm pretty
that's a
sure-
troll
I don't
too
know.
far. So okay, so first of all, what went wrong for Zephyr there, and secondly, what should they do this time around, considering how that developed?
I mean, I think it was still fine. They're still up insanely farm. Like this puck, the Furon is still farm regardless. He has a sheep stick, and the puck also has a sheep stick, and he's gonna have Lincoln soon on the puck. I think it's still fine. They can just go and they can just keep farming. The Corey can get his next item, which is probably gonna be an AC. I think. Not sure.
Yeah, 2.9k net worth could go for the AC to help them siege. Outside of that, I guess you could just try and tank with a heart or something, but he has most of their damage with the BKBs starting to come out. JYU's not that far off of his own. They already have one on the The Pugna and the DK is not too far off, so they need this Lifestealer to be right-clicking hard in the upcoming fights.
And the thing is now, like, with Blitz, like, there's really no way they can actually kill him. I mean, he has a gem. There's no way that they can get any sort of disable on him unless they pull off a sheep stick. Because DK is not going to really be able to get a stun on him. He's going to have complete vision of him. He'd sheep him right away or phase and just blink out. So
Right. They also dove that fight with Corey very low. Because he had Aegis, but was extremely low when they started the fight, and it felt like they just underestimated some of these defensive abilities, like the Pugna Ward, Bristleback's Quills. Deceptively strong if you don't instantly kill those heroes, so seems like they should just go for a pick off first and then break the base.
I think it was a minor misplay by Corey, though. He did have Infest up the whole fight, and there were, like, full HP creeps around him, and he decided not to use it during the first part before he lost his Aegis as well, but I mean, I don't know. I'm surprised how fast they can still manage to take down the Lifestealer.
I think with this life drain with Ags, they still do a lot of damage even without the huge amount of items on their team. Because Ags, level 3 a life drain with Ags just does so much damage.
Yeah, and also Febi's been really good with the defensive Decrepifies in these fights recently, so the Pugna's a pain in the ass right now.
Another problem is the Veno wards as well. I think the best option for Zephyr is to like just push in 2 lanes at once, because I think the Birdgang can't defend 2 places at once. Like they can push top in with the Furion, and then they can push bottom as well, and they're gonna at least get one of the trades off. If Veno has a bunch of wards top, they can just go bottom, or vice versa.
MP just popped his ult, so I wonder if we're gonna see Zephyr look to punish that. It will be down in about 20 seconds.
I believe if Zephyr actually throws another team fight here, I mean, I think Birdgang really has a good chance here, like in this game, for a comeback in the making.
It's gonna be hard without the Frost Dragon though, as it is about to wear off, and the siege mounts bottom.
He does have BKB though, so that's like I guess the bright side out of it, but no dragon form.
It's DK just walking around a melee form with BKB. It's like whatever, man. It's cool that you're magic immune and all, but you're not doing much either.
Yeah, I think Zephyr actually does realize that because they saw him farm with his form going down.
Veno wards though.
Yeah,
I don't know how you.
this whole Birdgang lineup is like custom made to defend high ground.
They should really push different lanes. Like they should try and push in like all 3 lanes at once. Honestly,
They were doing that a bit. Bambo was pushing top and 4 bottom, but yep, looks like they'll have to go back and reestablish creep equilibrium. They pick up a Lincoln Sphere on Blitz. Very important item versus the Dragon Knight,
Wow.
potentially.
There's really no way Puck can die anymore, honestly, unless he decides to YOLO swag dive with his Husbando.
Good. B for effort there, I would say.
420 swag.
You're really trying hard to incorporate the husbando into your vocabulary, which I approve of. But it doesn't feel quite natural yet. I give you a 4 out of 10 on that one.
Corey's gonna have his AC soon as well. That's a pretty big item.
Definitely. Roshan should be up. I don't even know how to tell this timer still. Is that 1 minute? 30 seconds?
That's like 45 seconds, I think. Something like that. Each dot is a minute, so if there's 1 dot, then there's 2 minutes total. Well, 1 extra dot, I mean, besides the...
I don't know. They should maybe try to pick off his Furion with a DK.
I mean, what they're doing right now, it's not even all that bad. They're really starving them from the map, and they're just split pushing. They're farming their jungle, farming all 3 lanes, and you know, Birdgang is just stuck in their base, just farming the creeps that are coming in.
They are falling behind in gold. Make no mistake about it. They're almost down 27k at this point. Getting close to that 30k mark. Not often. I don't know if I've ever seen a team lose a game down 30 plus k gold.
Corey should just pick
rather,
up his.
that much.
Corey should just pick up
Really?
his.
I've seen it happen, dude.
I have
30
Yeah,
plus
Demon-
k?
Demon's been part of one of those.
Are you serious? When? You were probably on it too.
When I don't remember.
When?
I
No,
remember.
man,
It was
no,
like,
no.
What was the biggest goal lead you last time?
Oh man, like 20, like 15, I think, or 17. Well,
Yeah,
probably
30k
believe
is like a
honestly, I'll
whole
believe
nother
it.
level.
Whatever, Sam. Why?
I'm just asking. I think
So
Sigma
what's
versus
your
Navi.
biggest? What's your
Oh, yo,
biggest
Sigma
throw,
versus
Sam?
Navi. That was like 25,000, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
27 actually, 27 ish.
Sometimes those numbers are a bit misleading if a team's using a ton of buybacks, but yeah.
No, but still, it was
Yeah.
still there. And they're actually taking Roshan now with the cheese and Aegis. And with that, I guess that's a smart idea, just waiting for the cheese and Aegis and AC finishing up now. They can YOLO 420 swag dive.
Well, do they have
Oh, I
any
remember.
targets here for an Infest Bomb?
Roshan
They do
has
see a few
fallen
heroes
to
top.
dire.
Well, only one. Now they see 3. But do they just 5-man down 1 lane this time? Is this going to be the...
I really think so because I mean, like, yeah, you'll lifesteal will probably fall, lose their Aegis, but at the same time, like, you know, they're gonna be targeting, focus firing him down, and with that, then Puck will be able to clean up. Nyx will be able to respawn and also wipe them all. But I don't know, it should work out. And with that being said, like if they initiate, Bambo can also be split pushing and taking a tier 3 on top lane if they all decide to 4-man bottom.
And Bambo's actually going for the book 3,
Mhm.
so he can flip much faster.
And doing a quick buyback check here, we've got buyback on the Puck, the Lifestealer, and no profit buyback though, so that could be significant potentially. Bambo not going to have the opportunity to rejoin the fight if he needs to. And here comes the siege. The wards really making this one difficult. Look for this
my
casual life drains from Febby for like half a second. Just letting them know he has an Ags, basically.
There it is. Looks down.
This is going to be the big one. Is there an infest? Are they going to look to jump? Or do they just rage, right-click the tower?
I think Corey should just go in and rage it. I don't think he can die. They have 4 staffs. They
Bottom
have,
tower.
Disruption.
Yeah,
There's mainly the disruption. That's the big one right there.
I think he can every time rage is up. I think he can just go in and attack tower.
Rage, hit it for 2 seconds, then run away, and rinse and repeat. But they do take the tower. So
Ideally
in the end,
this-
successful from Zephyr.
Ideally in this situation, I mean, like, if I was in Zephyr's shoes and I was, yeah, I'd pretty much, like, I think 4-manning, like, top, and then, like, well, I mean, 4 or 5-manning, they see Bambo and they start placing all these Venom wards, and Furion just TP's bottom and starts pecking down on the range Barracks, and eventually he'll just fall, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be
Birdgang,
ideal?
they're not really the best at responding to Rat Dota. They only have, really, the Dragon Knight to try and set up kills.
Mainly the ward defense by the Venom as well.
Right, but you can't, like, kill the Prophet with that, so
Mhm.
he can be aggressive with his Rat.
I think Pugna should opt for a sheep stick next as well. They really need that to start off and initiate a fight, hopefully picking one off.
Like Sam said, they do have to be careful about the Pugna, though. If they don't focus him and he gets to life drain for most of a fight, could turn the tide. He's just farming creeps with his ult, just quickly removing his monopool here. He'll back off to base, and Zephyr will continue to push. The onslaught comes from top. Bambo, no Shadow Blade, but has the Necro Book. The creeps start marching in, and Corey in the front lines will clear the wave out. Does he go to work on the Rex? He's playing very tentatively here. Afraid of getting caught, I guess, but they've got a gem on the Puck. There's not going to be an ambush from this Dragon Knight. Bambo's working on top, and Zephyr slowly pulling Birdgang apart at the seams.
Good question. Does we got top tower actually. Wow. Does Goo go through rage? Like, or if he uses rage, does the minus armor wear off?
Not sure.
I don't think so.
Does it behave like how Sticky behaves?
I think it maintains the count, like
Yeah.
Sticky, but I'm not 100% sure. I might be confusing it with Sticky, actually, now that you mention that. Well, we might find out in this fight. I guess we'll keep an eye out.
Who would have thought the Pugna DK lineup would be the one Sturdling versus Swift Push lineup?
Not really where they want to be. MP desperately tried to hunt down Bambo, but Bambo's been here, done this before, and he ain't gonna get caught. Not this easily, anyway. I probably just jinxed him. Watch him feed in like 5 seconds. Now they'll go mid. They've taken down 2 tier 3s. Can they make it 3? Well, the Birdgang are hanging tough for now. 41 minutes in, but it's eclipsed the 30k gold differential.
This is where Bambo's gonna actually do the bait now because they're probably gonna go all in on him or initiate on him. He has an Nyx inside of him.
And there is a blink here on the Dragon Knight. Don't know if it'll matter, but an interesting pickup for sure. They'll pop out with Corey. Now a 3-hero impale comes through. Line him up, knock him down. It's bowling by Aosin. MP pops the BKB. He might get the Nyx in return. Triple buyback forced out by the Birdgang. Or by Zephyr and
DK has a
Birdgang.
blink as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he goes in. He goes deep, but Corey's just going to turn around on him. He does get focused. Good defensive disruption, buying him time. Nicely done. The rage gets popped, and now he's diving. He gets Febby, focuses the Pugna down, just bought back. No opportunity to rejoin this fight. Still, there's an Aegis up on Corey. Even if they kill him, they will pop it once. Bambo TP's away. Corey could be sad here. Nope, there's a disruption. Now MP goes with the stun, tries to focus Corey, but gets hexed. Gets focused, dropping fast. MP low. MP not dead just yet. Yes, he is. Poison ticks him down. Purge pops him. And now Zephyr, at long last, they've broken Birdgang's base. They will eat a few stun to the face. Bambo going deep, diving hard with no HP, force-stabbing himself through the enemy Leshrac. Will he end up going down? Oh, got force-stabbed in, I should say. He will die for his trouble. Oh my goodness. I love casting Bambo. And they will take down one random rack, should be 2 or 3, and it will be GG at this point.
Radiant's top barracks has
Gotta love Bambo TPing back into the fight on like 200 health, and then just getting forced right over the Leshrac in the final moments.
It was really unfortunate for Birdgang. Like everything that they wanted to happen, like everything went wrong for them early game. Especially like the bottom. I think was it 3 of them that died when they dove Bambo?
Oh, I think it was.
It was 2 following up the first blood by them, and
No, it was one person that
It
died.
was
and
3.
Pugna
Yeah, on top lane.
suicided. Oh yeah, the
Top lane.
Bristleback died as well.
so I don't know. Everything went wrong for them that game.
Well, and everything went right for Zephyr. 40-20 was the final kill score, but I mean, it felt like this one was over after like the 15 to 20 minute mark. Well, not over, but very hard for Birdgang to come back at that point.